those problems have been, as Nedim's mentioning, really well documented. But if you are having a clear out, why are you clearing out your top scorer?
Yeah, but if you're bringing in a new manager who's going to try and build something, for sure, they have to build a way of playing.
And from day one?
Well, if you're going to have a way of playing, then you have to start on day one to build that and implement it and tell everybody how it's going to happen. And if that includes having a guy who stands in the penalty box and puts the ball in the net, then you include Ronaldo. But that's not how Ten Hag plays. It's about movement. It's about everybody getting involved. And instead of looking at it in a negative light of, well, you're taking away your top scorer, how about the way you play and the way you build this team? You've got players like Sancho. Can you get Rashford back in line? You've got Bruno Fernandes. You've got young Elanga. So you've got a future to look forward to that doesn't include Ronaldo. And that's the bottom line. And the sooner you move Ronaldo, then the sooner you're going to reach your goals. Because if Ronaldo doesn't go and Ronaldo doesn't play, that's going to affect the rest of the club big time.
So, Craig, was it a bad move to bring Ronaldo?
Well, I think it was desperate in a sense. But this is a club that has just done things off the cuff. It was a club who said, or who intimated that they were going to be buying young and they weren't going to be going down a short-term route. And then they went out and brought Cavani in. Then they went out and brought Ronaldo in. These are all short-term signings. You mentioned about how you replace goals. You spend money, but you recruit well, which they haven't. They have the money. And it was interesting. Our colleague Mark Ogden, a few months ago, three months ago, was on the show talking about he had been talking to Ed Woodward along with some other journalists, and Ed Woodward, when it was put to him, the recruitment and the spending had been poor, did not accept it and thought the recruitment had been pretty good. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. So the new manager has to come in, they have to recruit better. I mean, you've got to look at that back four to start with. Never mind Ronaldo. The goalkeeper has resurrected his career. He's been brilliant. But almost all of the back four, you'd be looking at getting rid of. I mean, OK, Rafael Varane, we know he's a quality player. We just haven't seen it this year. Maybe that's the people around him. And then you go forward. You know, Matic is done. McTominay's a worker. Pogba, I wouldn't have him near the place because I just think for the money, you just don't get enough. Sancho looks as if the pressure is too much for him so far. Rashford's lost form, and Ronaldo, he's nearer to 40 than he is to 30. I mean, I'm painting a picture here how big a job this is, but this is Man United's problem. They've sort of just had a carte blanche approach to buying players, and it hasn't worked for them. And this is going to be a big problem for the new manager. But the only surprise I have, Kay, is that people are surprised that Ronaldo might not be on the list for any new manager.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and of course, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.